everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and boy oh boy, we have lots to talk about. We have a collab to kind of talk about. We have a new ML5 unit to talk about, and boy oh boy, I say boy oh boy 3 times now in approximately 37 seconds. I think I did. And boy oh boy, we've got a couple more things going on. Specifically, I really like the new ML5's skill 1, which we'll see. There's also Savior Adin, who looks fantastic. And there's just a ton of stuff, including Shu's skin as well. So let's just jump into this. But before we do, this video is brought to you by Amazon Coins. Amazon Coins is going to give you 20% off on your in-game purchases for Epic 7. The time has come. It's time to play. And spoiler alert for this video that's coming up, there's a ton of new stuff that you're probably going to want to spend money on if you're the type of person who does. And why not save 20% off? There may be a collab coming. There may be somebody with the most insane skill one you've ever seen in your entire life. There may be a skin. There's so many things. And of course, all you got to do, follow the link in my description down there below. Up to 20% off. It works. And of course, you can even play on your PC as well if you have Windows 11. Link description down there below. Get your Amazon Coins and enjoy the rest of this video. Okay, so password for the box is Girl of Fate. We're just going to go through the slideshow really quick because we've got like 5 videos to watch and they're more important. So let's just do a little bit of a quick summary here, especially change Adin, or actually not Adin, Adin. We have the Chu, we have Zio, I can't remember. I guess we'll hear in the video. We have, yeah, there's her, there's him. We've got Chu, or Shu. We've got Ancient Inheritance, Season 4 starting on the 14th. Really excited for this. That's when Daphne yells at everybody, which is just any other day. We've got the World Arena Triumph season coming, which means we have an LQC skin coming. Not Silverblade Araminta yet, but it'll come. We then have drop rate up for Para and Goblet of Oath. We then have one for Shu and Snow Crystal as well. Then we have Basar and Abyssal Crown. And then we have Yuleha and Sphere of Sadism. A lot of people say Yuleha is useless now, but you should know, at least for Guild War, she's not. She's fantastic there. She is just so insane of a unit for Guild War. I use her basically every single time. You don't have to be against somebody like Hwayang. You can put her against just anybody who does damage, and she's going to tank. And if you throw on Aureus as well, she's going to just kill somebody. She's absolutely fantastic. I'm not saying to pull for her because we also have a collab to talk about, but do note she is pretty fantastic. So let's start off with Savior Adin first.
As long as I have something to protect, I will never lose. It'll all be over in the blink of an eye. We still have hope.
I just wanted to say Adin.
Adin. Who has
Adin. Okay, so Adin's stats here. The Queen of the Suin who looks after Tranquil Perry. She has pretty decent base stats, 111 speed, no defense, no health, but crit chance and attack imprint here. And most importantly, she actually has some pretty sick things going on for her. Her skill 3 Smite of Salvation is pretty interesting. It grants invincibility to all of her allies except for herself for 1 turn, and also pens the target's defense by 50%. And this will be affected by some runes, which we'll talk about in a little bit as well. This is on a 5-turn cooldown here. We already saw what it looks like. We then have her Power of the 4 Seasons. This is her passive. This increases her evasion by 35%. And after she evades, counterattacks with Blade Gust, which is an AoE attack, and dispels 1 debuff once every 2 turns as well. And she's pretty fast, so I imagine this is going to be up quite a bit. This is also not just 35 because we have the 50% here, right? 35, 40, yeah, 50% here from evading. She's also going to get 20% from her artifact, which we'll see in a second here, and I think a little bit more from her runes. We then have typical ankle cut, which is the 75% chance to be unable to be buffed. Of course, you can soul burn to increase it to 100% and 2 turns instead. So let's actually take a look at Power of the 4 Seasons.
Successfully evading, counterattacks with Blade Gust. Blade Gust can only be activated once every 2 turns. Blade Gust. Attacks all enemies with a blade gust, dispelling one.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. I do like that. So there were a couple runes we need to take a look at here. We've got Smite of Salvation's runes. Let's go back. There's a few more. I didn't put them in the spreadsheet. I thought it would just be easier to go like this. We have the speed rune, so she gets an extra 5 speed. She gets an extra 10% crit. And she gets an extra, what's that, 15% attack power. She then
Have runes that.
Where is it? Maybe this wasn't as easy. There we go. She then has 5% attack, and also when she successfully evades, she gets an extra 20% CR, which seems pretty nutso. And then her skill 3 salvation, and do note she is going to be another unit that gets extra elemental advantage versus dark units, which is pretty good when she's an evasion tank and counterattacking. So I'm not too sad about this, especially for somebody that's probably going to be used both in PvP and in Guild War. So if the target's a dark elemental hero, she does 20% more damage, or increased damage, sorry. And when Relic Rune is on as well, they have a 100% chance to decrease skill cooldowns by 1 turn. So we then have Power of the Four Seasons, which is her passive here, and it has a 100% chance to remove 5 souls. So I expect that in RTA, if it's going to be anywhere. That's pretty much the only place for that, actually. I don't know why I would expect it anywhere else. Then we have Fruition Rune, which has 100% to increase the attack of the caster for 2 turns too. So pretty sweet. And then we have the Sword of Cycling Seasons. This is really good as well. This is an Adin. This is an Adin specific unit or artifact, and do note this is Adin specific, not light Adin specific. You can use this for any of her elements, and you'll get this element advantage damage dealt by 25%, which is pretty sweet. I like that you can use this anywhere, although this is the one I'll probably use the most. I really like the idea behind this character, and also increases evasion up to 20%, so she's got the 70% evade chance as well. Then go through like a mile-long showcase here. Wait. I'll show you the best showcase. Where is it? Is this it? No. Sorry, we gotta show this. So they show her, and then it's time.
Let's end it now.
You can tell. Wait. We'll go back for a second. See this little pause here? You can just sit here and pause. This is like, why did I bring Arunca again?
I'll remove any trace of you.
Yeah. Anyway, on to the next one here. We have the E7 Shu skin. This is sick animation too. It's a cat.
A new friend.
So
anytime if you need my help.
Dear God, that's loud. So Cream isn't changed, unfortunately. We kind of figured that. They don't usually do animation chains. It's a massive thing with this game. But maybe the world champion deserved it. But either way, this is a super adorable skin. I'll definitely be getting this. This is through a epic pass as well. And we can see her sitting animation. That's, imagine having your cat immortalized in a game like this. That would just be wild. And now for the star of the show here, we've got Zio or Zio. I can't remember which.
When all the pieces are put together,
This is insane.
I'll finally be whole again.
He's super husbando. My
I
God,
am
is he
the rightful
husbando.
ruler of this land. Kneel before me. Must suffer the consequences. Those who deny their fate.
Zio.
Zio. So people always ask me why I don't like male units, or they tell me I don't like husbandos. This is what I like. This is perfection for me. So this is the type of character I will absolutely summon for. And my God, does he have the best skill on animation in the entire game. But first, we have the Emperor of Theronhad, who leads the era of revolution in Zio. I already forget how to say his name, Zio or Zio. So he's got a pretty large attack for a mage. Actually, not for a mage, just a large attack in general. Basically, no health, which is typical for mages, and then high defense. He also has 27% base crit and effectiveness as his imprint concentration. I kind of wish he had something other than effectiveness for his imprint concentration. I think that's kind of weird. But as I think about this, he's the unit you get imprints from the shop, right? So basically they didn't want to give him something good because we get it for free. Is that what's going on here? 106 speed, and people were like, trash unit 106 speed, like instantly when he got shown. But then we take a look at Supreme Authority. At the start of the first battle, increases combat readiness by 20%. Unaffected by effects that reduce CR, increases the caster receives. So basically this character will always go first. I don't think there's ever a situation, assuming you build them for it, where he will not go first until the end of time. I don't think anything will ever get faster than this, right? Because they would have to have the exact same passive, and this is very dangerous. So this is a character where if he turns up being ridiculously overpowered or problematic, he's literally always going first, and he's always going to be there. So I'm kind of worried about this passive. But I guess we'll see, right? Because my God, that is a powerful ability to give somebody. And the fact that you can't even nullify it just seems weird to me. But I guess it makes sense with this character, kind of. But 20% CR is an insane amount to boost. You don't even, like, somebody will do the math to know how much you need to outspeed like somebody that's 320 just to always go first. And yeah. And of course, you know, with his skill 3, he's going to do something to align himself with the usefulness here. So let's take a look at Bow Down Before Me, which is his skill 3. So are you ready? We've got about 10 minutes to read off this essay here. This is a 5-turn cooldown ability, and this dispels 2 buffs from the enemy before attacking. Also silences them for 1 turn, which is, I guess, where that effectiveness would help. Decreases the combat readiness by up to 40% as well. Then it grants DFI to the caster for 3 turns. Then it also pens the target's defense by 100%, and it can't crit. And you're like, Mango, wait, doesn't he have a self-crit imprint or 23% crit base? Yeah, he does. We'll get to that. And when the target is a hero, damage dealt proportionate to the target's current health. Then Deify here, or DFI, when attacking, increases the critical hit chance by 50%. And when attacked, decreases damage suffered by 50%. And more than 1 damage, blah, 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 cannot be dispelled. And then Soulburn dispels all buffs from the target. So they kind of give him a wash for a Soulburn. Not something I really expect to use too much. If this was Ignores ER, my God. My God. Boy, oh boy, one would say, would that be insane.
Before Me. Dispels 2 buffs from the
Did we
enemy
see his
before
animation?
attacking,
I don't think we saw his skill
silencing
3.
for 1 turn and decreasing combat readiness by up to 40%. Grants DFI to
Oh,
the
she's still reading the... It'll be a while. I was like, okay, we're getting to this, right? But no,
the target is a hero. Damage dealt increases proportional to the target's current health.
So good.
DFI increases critical hit chance.
This isn't
by
even his
50%
like
when attacking,
best
and when
animation. Okay, so now let's go to this one here, which is bonkers. So Let Me Destroy You, and remember his skill 3 cannot crit, but it buffs crit by 50%, so you only have to build him with 50% crit. He has 23% crit, so you only really need 27% crit on all of your gear, which is actually hard for me. It's hard for me to get like under 80% crit, so units like this are usually pretty hard for me to build. And then Let Me Destroy You attacks with a spear before increasing attack of the caster for 1 turn. When the caster is deified, activates Disappear as an extra attack once per turn during the caster's turn. And then Disappear attacks the enemy with a Sword Storm, and when it's defeated, increases combat readiness of the caster by 50%, also pens by 50%. So this ability can crit, and do note he only has the passive in his 5-turn cooldown skill 3, so Deify is going to be active for like 3 turns attacking. So this is something that's basically always going to be deified. There might be 1 turn, I think, where he is not deified, and that would suck, but it is what it is. And are you ready for the best animation ever?
as an extra attack. Disappear attacks the enemy with a Sword Storm, and when the enemy is defeated, increases
My God.
combat readiness of the caster by 50%.
My God. That is so good. Like you can feel the transition here.
Sword Storm, and when the enemy is defeated, increases combat readiness of the cast.
So insane. So yeah, that's him, and Jesus crap, he looks fun and good, and I'm very excited to try him out. We can see him sitting as well here.
Players will be able to meet Zio through the Mystic Summon starting November 24. Thank you.
I should be guaranteed to get him as well. I'm 70 or so away. Haven't even summoned a 5-star yet, so I'm 130 pulls without a 5-star. And then we have this, which is kind of an interesting one. Our collaboration. Out of left field. Fix 7 and aespa. I don't know how to say that name. And what is aespa, you might ask? It's a K-pop group. I only know one of those songs, the dun 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 dun. That song. I'm guessing it's Black Mamba. Dun 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 Black Mamba, maybe. That's the only song I know from them. And they also have I don't know, guys. Their virtual counterpart. So these are their official virtual avatars for characters. The one on the right is my jam. The one on the, they're all my jam. Let's be entirely honest here. So those are the characters, and then we see their other thing here, and yeah, so we don't know anything about it. They completely neglected to say anything, but obviously this is exciting for me anyway. I love K-pop. I'm going to dive a little bit more into this, absolutely, and listen to some more of their music. And yeah, so again, we don't know anything about this, but we do know that we'll get information very, 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 very soon, because they gotta, right? Anytime they announce a collab, they've got to give it. Might even be out by the time this video's air, or when I wake up in the morning. I guess we'll see. So yeah, that's everything today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always. Make sure you use Amazon coins with my link in the description below to save 20% off when you're buying stuff for this collab. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody.